All right, I'm in my classroom. I'm getting things started. We've already had a tragedy occur. There's so many things that I have to do, but all of the things that I have to do are pending something else that hasn't been done yet. Y'all, this is weird. Someone's parked in my spot. Oh, and then the other exciting thing that happened yesterday was my desk got put back together. Hi, I have a mobile order for Katie. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome back. My name is Katie. I am a fifth year, third grade teacher in the state of Florida, and I'm so glad you're here for a week in my life vlog. All right, I'm in my classroom. I'm getting things started. We've already had a tragedy occur. I was sharpening pencils and I wasn't being uncareful. I was using the sharpener correctly. And I think one of the pencils, you know how they like split? I think one of the pencils split and is now stuck in the sharpener. And I am gonna be so sad if that pencil sharpener is broken. I will have to order another one on Amazon, and I'm out of instructional money for the year. I think I'll get some new instructional money over the summer for my classroom, but I don't want to spend part of that money on a new pencil sharpener. So I think what I'm gonna do is enlist the help of my engineer husband, and I'm gonna text David in a little bit and just say, hey, you need to come look at my pencil sharpener and see if you can revive it. So fingers crossed that will work out for me. But it is Monday. It's a unique Monday because it's the last full Monday of school. This is our last full week of school, which is crazy. I stopped this morning to get a Dunkin' because on Mondays, I don't like that they put that sticker on top because now it's like on my cup. But on Mondays, they are doing, like if you buy something, you get a free iced coffee and for the month of May. And I haven't taken advantage of that, but I'm also out of cold brew at home. David and I were in Auburn this weekend. We went out of town and we did not go grocery shopping. So that's on my list of things I have to do this afternoon. And so since I was out of coffee at home, a Dunkin' run it was. I'm back to my classic with like 2 cream, 2 vanilla, and just a nice coffee. So, and it is very good. I know butter pecan is back if you're into that. I know a lot of people really like that. I thought it was okay, but I like the vanilla better. So that's what I'm doing. As far as this week goes, I've got like Dunkin' sticker on me. I feel like a hot mess. I've got to do birthday things for a student this morning. I've broken the pencil sharpener. And there was something else that I needed to do, but it's fine. It's fine. My room looks more ready than it has in the last few weeks for coming in on a Monday, so that's good. Oh, and I got a haircut. If you didn't notice, you might have noticed, you might not have, but it's a lot shorter, so love it. Okay, where was I going with this? Okay, this week's goals. In math, today and tomorrow, we're taking our end of the year math assessment. It's like 50 question tests, and we're gonna do the first 25 today and then the second 25 tomorrow. So in a minute, I'm gonna look through that and like preview the questions and see if there's anything that I wanna go over with them before we start it. In reading, we're starting cursive, nothing like starting cursive the last week of school. It's just how it happened this year. So I need to go find some videos that like show them how like the direction for the cursive letters, because I have a little packet and we're going to work on the Monday and Tuesday letters in the packet and practice some handwriting. And then we're working on an activity that's like a road trip activity where they get to like research the national parks on Epic. We only have our computers for 3 more days. We turn them in on Wednesday afternoon, I think, is when they have to all be plugged in and like done for good. And also library books have to be turned in today. So I'm just gonna try to make it to the end of the week, but I wanted to use those to do Epic research today. And then later in the week, we're gonna use our handwriting skills if they wanna practice cursive, or they can just do print, and we're gonna practice writing letters and pretend like we're at the national park and we're writing a letter to someone from that national park and we're like sharing what we see. So that's what we're gonna do there in like reading. So hopefully that'll last us. I've got to do final grades this week. It's gonna be busy, but I'm gonna try to do better with this vlog because it is the last full week of the school year. So it's the last week in my life vlog that I'm gonna film this year, which is wild. Unless I do one next week for our 3 half days, which I might. I haven't decided yet. And the last 2 vlogs that I did, or at least the last one, I wasn't very good at picking up the camera in the afternoon. And so I'm gonna try to pick up the camera in the afternoon more in this one for you guys to fill you in. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's interesting or going on today, and I really can't think of anything. So I'm gonna get started with those birthday treats on a student's desk and looking. I've got to change my morning slide, and then I'm gonna look and try to make a playlist of like lowercase cursive handwriting, just a simple video on YouTube. I'm sure there's one that shows the correct direction that they need to go, like where's your starting point and where do you go from there. So I'm gonna get those things started and I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, so all my students just left, which is good. The day went well. We got math test taken care of, the first half at least, and then reading went well with the road trip activity. I will link it so I can show you what it looked like, but I'll show it to you here too. It was a freebie because I'm all about freebies. So, okay, well this one wasn't. We did handwriting. We did cursive handwriting first. This is from Daily Handwriting Practice. I don't know, it's from a book. I copied it from a teacher friend. So I thought my cursive was pretty great. But we just did the first day of it, and I used a playlist that I will link if you teach cursive because it showed it up on the board, and she did a really good job of like showing in detail, like this is how you form the letter, saying this is where you start, and then the person who was doing it even was like, this is like a common mistake that people will make, and I thought that was great. It was easy for them to see it on the board, way easier than me trying to write on the board, which I did for the words when we got down to the words, but you know, like my hand would block it, and that like video playlist does a great job showing it. So I let them do that. They enjoyed doing that. Then we did the road trip, and we did like a road trip passage that I don't have an extra. Oh yes, I do. Here's my teacher copy. So it was like an informational, like how to text about how to plan for a road trip with like questions that you color code. And then we did this planning sheet, and I assigned them a collection on Epic that was all of these national parks that goes with the resource, the rest of the planning sheet resource that we're doing tomorrow. It's like all these national parks that are on a list that they'll be like cutting out and adding to their road trip map. So we did that, and that was good. And then we did playground, all the things. Just finished eating some sun chips that I didn't finish from lunch. I got a sweet gift from a student with a Starbucks gift card and popcorn and sweet cards, just kind of like from teacher appreciation last week that she brought today. But it was a good day overall. I have Mr. Pencil Sharpener right here, ready to go home with me. David's gonna take a look at it. Oh gosh, that probably didn't help. And see if he can address the problem. But I'm gonna go home, change clothes, and go to the grocery store, which I usually don't do during the week, but we didn't go this weekend because we were out of town. So that's all I've got right now. There is just stuff all over in these kiddos' desks right now, but it is okay. We're gonna let it go get groceries, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning and happy Tuesday. Back in my classroom, exciting news. I just plugged in the pencil sharpener. David revived it, which I'm so excited for. So in just a moment, I've got all these dull pencils that I need to sharpen to put in the sharp bin because we weren't able to do that yesterday. But I was very thrilled that David was able to get that up and working for me and get it unjammed. Like, what a relief. I'm gonna get my board logged in. As far as this morning, what we're doing, it's gonna be the exact same thing as yesterday. So we're working on the last 25 questions on our math test. I did the first ones today. I haven't graded them because I didn't want anybody like switching their answers, and I'm gonna give them today to like double check it. So I'm gonna say, hey, if you wanna go back, double check your answers from yesterday, feel free. Because I didn't even look to see if they had bubbled in everything. I just was like, I don't even know what I did. I just put them in the tray for today. I didn't even check them. So today's gonna be the day. Once they turn it in today, it's like final. And I'm excited for that because there are so many things that I need to do. And in my classroom as far as like grades go, like final grades, and finishing my teacher learning objective goals. So like we set objective goals for our students at the beginning of the year, and where it's like 75% of my students will get a 75% or higher on the end of the year test, for example. And so like I have to give the end of the year test to see if I met that goal or if my class met that goal. So that's why I have to have that done. And then once I get that done, I can finalize math grades, and math grades will be done because this is our last grade for math. And then once that's done, I'll be able to start working on their end of the year cards that we send to the next grade level with their data on it. And I'll be able to start working on report cards for the most part. I still have to do some social studies grades in the next few days. But so like all of those things are pending this test. There's quite a few things. So yesterday was a productive day, but it was kind of like a kind of day, because it's like there's so many things that I have to do. And if you're a teacher at the end of the year, you might understand this. There's so many things that I have to do, but all of the things that I have to do are pending something else that hasn't been done yet. So like I have all these grades to do, all these cards to do, all of these report card comments to do, but I couldn't do any of them until we had done X, Y, and Z first. And I couldn't like rush that because today's the day we finish it. So that's kind of how I was feeling yesterday. So I came in a little later today because yesterday I came in, well, I left early because I was getting a coffee yesterday, putting stuff back in my closet. I left early because I was getting a coffee yesterday, and then I was here still pretty early, and felt like I was just twiddling my thumbs, and I left like right on time yesterday afternoon because, again, felt like I was just kind of twiddling my thumbs, like not ready to move on to the next task because I was waiting for something else before I could. So that's the sitch this Tuesday. Now that you've watched me walk around the room and do all my usual morning errands, I'm gonna set the phone down, get these pencils sharpened, get my computer booted up. It is T-shirt Tuesday, so I'm wearing my LMNOP shirt and jeans and Converse sneakers, and I brought my sweatshirt. It's 70 degrees outside. It's gonna be hot outside, so I won't need it outside, but the classroom is so cold. I was freezing all day yesterday, so when we come back in, maybe not in the morning block, but in the afternoon block, I don't know, I have it here in case I need it. So, all right, pencil sharpen time, let's go. This is the pencil that jammed it yesterday. That's the culprit. Parked in my spot. I'm a little bit later than I usually am because I didn't have that much to do this morning. I'm parked in the spot next to my usual spot. Is that like a sign for how this Wednesday is going to go? I don't know. We'll see. All right, the answer to my question from earlier today is yes. The parking spot was an indication of our Wednesday. We had like a torrential downpour happen in the middle of the day, and that hasn't happened since like the first week of school. So we had indoor recess, which we had indoor recess yesterday. It was just kind of wild. But here's what we did today. We did math, they did test corrections, and then we did like catch-up time on our end of the year book pages. During reading, I caught up on economics lessons with them and took those up so I could get some economics grades in because I needed to put some grades in. And then we did letter writing. So here's like my road trip example that I made was right here with all the destinations I wanted to go to. And then we worked on writing letters to friends and family, pretending like we were in that location. So this was my example that I did on my paper. Can you see that? Is that better? That I did on my notebook paper where I was pretending to write to my sister from the Everglades. And then the kids did that and they had to do 2 letters, and then they had to do another memory book page because we're catching up on those. So that's what our day looked like today. I am about to head home. I was gonna film some content for a brand this afternoon at home and take my tripod home, but I have to film it outside and it is still wet and rainy. So I guess I'll be doing that later. So I'm probably gonna go home and sit and watch television, which is what, because yesterday I did laundry and dishes and cooked and did all those things. So tonight I probably need to figure out what I'm gonna cook for dinner. And then I'll just sit and watch some TV. David and I watched The Office yesterday. Here's a fun question for you guys. We have just finished Friends, which is like one of my favorite shows, and David had never seen it start to end. So we watched Friends start to end and he ended up really liking it. So now we're moving on to The Office, which is not always my cup of tea. I've seen episodes here and there and it's kind of dry humor and it's not my favorite, but I'm kind of getting invested. And we're also starting from the beginning, and I hear from everybody, sorry y'all, I keep messing with my hair. This humidity did a number on it today. I hear from everybody to like suffer through season 1 and then it gets better. So the redeeming quality of season 1 for The Office so far for me has been the little office romance between what is it, Jim and Pam? Yeah, I think that's who it is. So that's been fun to watch. And I've already seen like episodes way on in the future, so I kind of know a little bit about what happens, but that's what we've been watching. I'll probably go home and watch Abbott Elementary. That's like my show, and David's got a work meeting, so he'll be a little bit later coming home. So I'll watch that. I'm on season 2 of Abbott Elementary. If you watch that, comment below. We're not very big show people, me and David, like TV show wise. We don't binge watch shows often. We kind of just have one that we'll watch for a while. Like he and I have watched all The Mandalorian. We love The Mandalorian. We would watch The Simpsons sometimes because that was his favorite from when he was like in middle school, high school. He loved watching it. So we started a little bit, but we don't watch that really anymore. But shows we've watched, like since we've been married, we've watched all of Monk. That's like our all-time favorite show. My grandmother loves it. So we've watched all that together. And then we watched all of Superstore together, and now we've seen all of Friends, and we're going through The Office. So we're not like super big binge watchers. We just kind of like work on one show for an extended period of time. Like no rush. We've been watching Friends all of 2000, like when did we start it? Like last year in August or something? I don't know. We started it a while ago. So I'd love to know what your favorite shows are. I usually get left out of these conversations because I really don't watch anything that's like relevant right now. Obviously, we're going back and rewatching old shows, but comment and let me know what your favorite show is just because it's fun to find out. All right, I'm going to pick up my stuff and go. Oh, this angle is much better than what I was just showing you. The shininess of my forehead looks much better right here. So I'm going to go and I'll be back tomorrow for Thursday. We just found out our kickball game that's supposed to be happening tomorrow morning is canceled because of all the rain we just got. And so I'm going to have to watch television tonight, but also ponder what we're going to do tomorrow because our Chromebooks have been taken up for the rest of the year. Library books have been checked in for the rest of the year. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we will figure it out and we'll just figure it out. It's Friday. I missed vlogging on Thursday. I just didn't vlog yesterday. I've been setting the camera up right in front of where I see to like click buttons on my screen, so I keep having to do this. What am I trying to say? Yesterday was fine. It was a great day. I just was winging it, you know, like we were just finishing things up, trying to get anything in that we could. We did like an economics test in the morning with their privacy walls up. I was like, it's their last grade of 3rd grade graded assignment, blah, blah, blah. I made a big deal about it. And then we did, since the kickball game was canceled, but kids still had their towels that they had brought to sit on for the kickball game, I let them sit on their beach towels around the room and work on their memory book page. And they were actually so quiet when we did that, which was shocking, but I was all for it. And then I can't think about what else we did. We finished up our road trip activity. I let them make suitcases. We also did, we did superlative awards. So this was like a last minute addition yesterday that I decided to do during planning because my teammates were like, oh, we're doing our awards. And I was like, I should do that. And so I used this product. I will link it below. It's by the same person who made the memory book. So I don't remember if I linked the memory book or if I told you I would, but I'll link that too. But it was really fun. I gave everybody a sheet of paper and the paper just had a list of a bunch of different awards like most creative, best artist, most likely to become president, most likely to cheer you up, best singer, best dancer, class comedian, best athlete, all of those things. And so the kids, I put like our class list up on the board, and what they did was they had to assign everybody one of those superlatives, and there was like a long list, so not everyone was going to be used, not every blank was going to be used, but every name was used just once. So then to go through and decide who, you get the point. And it was really fun. I turned on like our Kind Squad playlist, so we were just like lightly singing to like some fun music, upbeat music, like Happy from Minions, and Counting Stars, I think, was one of the songs. I don't know. It's a bunch of fun songs that they play on Fridays to hype people up for car pickup. And so I turned that on and we did the voting. And then I calculated the votes yesterday. So that's another reason I didn't vlog, is because that took me a while to get all the votes calculated. And I had to go through and like mark tallies. And so everyone got an award that they were voted for the most. So that was really fun. I have the bookmarks ready. The like certificates are bookmarks, and I thought they were gonna be small, and I had David print them in his office yesterday so I could get them printed quick and laminate them at home so I could cut them today while I'm here at school. And they ended up being big. They're like half sheets, and I was like, well, that's okay, because it is supposed to be like a certificate / bookmark, so they can use it as a bookmark if they want to. I don't know. But I thought it was really sweet, and like some of my students got a like fantastic leader award. I was like, how cool for your peers to vote you to get a leader award, or most likely to cheer you up, or kindest heart. I was like getting all sappy just looking at them. So, and then the other exciting thing that happened yesterday was my desk got put back together. I got my new computer monitor, because all of the stuff that was on my desk was all over here for like 2.5 weeks, because I was waiting to get a new not monitor. I think my monitors are the same. I was waiting to get a new like unit. What is that even called? I'm a Mac girl. Macs don't have these. The like rectangle thing with the power button. That. I was getting a new one of those, and we got a new keyboard and a new mouse, which are wireless. I love it, because on my desk I have 2 screens, and so I had 2 cords going from those screens. I also have a webcam, and so I have a cord going from that. I also have 2 speakers, one on each side. This was just all here when I got here, and that has a cord. And then I had a corded keyboard and a mouse with a cord, and so it was like USB cords everywhere. And so now with a wireless mouse and keyboard over there, my desk looks so much better and more sleek. And our Chromebooks got taken up, and like we power washed them yesterday too. So that was like yesterday in a nutshell. So today is going to be a day. This morning I'm going to let them work on 2 more memory book pages, and then I'm going to check the weather. I think it's going to rain, and so we might not have recess outside, which is kind of a problem, but not really. But if I look at the weather and it doesn't look like it's going to rain this afternoon, I think what we'll do this morning is just do those memory book pages, and maybe I'll let them I might extend their stem bin time a little bit this morning and let them play in stem bins for longer, because we only have 2 memory book pages. Then we have specials. Then after specials, we're going to come back, read a chapter of our read aloud, I think, and eat snack. And then we're going to start our AR party. We're watching Wonder today for our AR party, and we're having a pizza party because a parent volunteered to bring pizza in. So that'll be really fun. I'm not jealous, but like my partner teacher's doing a glow day, and over here they're doing like a space theme day, and I'm not going that big. And if you get on teacher Instagram in the last couple weeks of school, you see people who are going like really big, and then you're kind of like, am I doing enough? And that's kind of the feeling I have this morning. But I'm trying to shake that feeling. Like anything you do for your kids is enough. And today we're having pizza and a movie, and that's enough, right? Like that's going to be so much fun for them. They're thrilled to watch it. It's going to be enough, right? And at the end of the day, since next week we have 3 half days, kids are not allowed to bring their backpacks for the 3 half days for like a safety thing. And I think busing, like it makes it easier on the buses because the buses are doing quick routes or something. I don't know. It's just a rule. And so if it's raining at the end of the day, we're going to pack up our things and go ahead and take everything home except for our pencil box and our memory book. If it's not raining at the end of the day, then I might try to fit that in this morning before they go to specials. And then like in the afternoon, they can go play for recess. So that's like my day in a nutshell. I'm going to sit and work on cutting out the bookmarks. I got here really early because 5th grade is doing like the best day ever, and they're going to have bounce houses and all this stuff. And I believe it's on the side of the school, so we couldn't park in the side, which I don't anyways. I park in the front. But I wanted to make sure I got a spot parked in the front and I didn't have to go park in the back because it's kind of muddy, or park at the middle school down the road. So that is it. That's all I have. It's starting to look cleaner and a little bit emptier, day by day. So it's kind of crazy. It's gonna be a fun day. I'm kind of winging it, kind of, but it's fine. It's the end of the year, right? And then after this, there's just 3 half days left. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling, sip on my coffee, cut out some bookmarks. I think I want to make a reel this morning too, so I might do that. But yeah, we're gonna get started with our day. I'll check in with you at the end of our Friday, and again, sorry I didn't vlog yesterday. Hope that recap was helpful.
That's right.
All right. Well, happy Saturday, everyone. I completely forgot last night to close this vlog out. Yeah, I forgot. I finished the day, ended up moving the kids' desks around for the movie. We had pizza, we watched Wonder. It was fun. We did recess. We cleaned out our desks, and that was, oh my goodness, y'all, it was chaotic. Some of them decided to have like an Incredible Hulk moment with their math book. I should have just said like, put your math book in your backpack, but instead I put up on the board like, these are the things that need to be left in your desk. And so then they took that as, oh, I can just rip my math book to shreds and put it in the recycle. And they were literally like, ah! And you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I was like, I let it go for a little bit. And then I was like, all right, we're done being Incredible Hulk because it's not time efficient and we've only got a little bit of time to finish this up. So that was a fun time. But their desks are like empty except for their memory books and their pencil boxes now. Everything else they took home. So it was a very productive day. It was very busy. I got home. David and I got Panda Express for dinner last night, which was really fun and delicious. And then we watched Wonder because I like halfway watched it yesterday between doing like report cards and I was like cleaning the room. We got a lot of things clean. Like I took down all of our friends and family wall pictures. I sent home writer's notebooks. Like I tried to send everything home because next week they can't bring backpacks on those half days. So I was like cleaning stuff yesterday and doing report cards and things. So I wasn't really watching the movie, and it is one of me and David's favorite movies. And since I had it rented on Amazon, I was like, do you want to watch Wonder? And so we sat on the couch. We like pulled our 2 couches together to make like a mega couch, which we've done before to watch movies. It's really fun. And we both just cried watching Wonder. It's one of our favorite movies. David's read the book. I read the book. I made him read the book before we watched the movie together because I'm always team book first, and he loves that book and I love that book. And we hadn't watched the movie in probably a few years, but we were both just on and off tearing up and crying, and it was great. It's such a good movie, but do not go watch it unless you've read the book. Go get the book. Get the book. And that's it. And then we went to bed. And so it is Saturday morning. I'm about to go into the grocery store at Publix. We got a coffee this morning. I've got a major list of groceries. We're making some dinners for a friend at church who just had a baby last week that we're going to deliver to them. So we're making like dinner for tonight and breakfast for tomorrow. So I got a long list of groceries and a lot of cooking to do today, but I wanted to jump on and close the vlog because I forgot to yesterday. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any more content on my channel. I think I'm going to vlog last week for the last vlog of this school year. So crazy. So stay tuned for that. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.